Hello and welcome to this presentation of my dissertation. The topic is music to overcome social division. And I came up with this topic as I'm working on a project with the Elliott Orchestra called Crescendo, which is a music for social change project happening here in Belfast across 4 different schools. And basically I wanted to find ways to improve this project and to make it even more effective. I decided to look at a very well-known and famous example of a music for social change project, El Sistema, which is in Venezuela, and see if there was a way of, in fact, finding adaptations I could put in place in Crescendo to help it become more effective. So that is a summary of my dissertation and a few little interesting things that I would like to share today are how I built the framework of my analysis from literature. So I did a secondary research and it was all literature based, and basically I created 2 criteria to analyze these 2 institutions. One was a criteria of comparison and the other was a criteria of suitability. So in order to find adaptations from El Sistema that would be suitable for Crescendo, I decided to compare each institution against a criteria of comparison that I came up with through the literature of Morales, Peterson and Goddell from 2015, where they look at the building blocks of an organization, and I split them down into defining, operational and impact differences. And through this, I decided whether there were striking differences, not that much, or whether they were quite similar. From these differences, I took the striking differences and I put it through a separate framework, which was the criteria of suitability, which I created through Ordena 2010's conditions for effectiveness of social change programs, especially through the youth. And with each one of these differences, I looked at whether they ticked the boxes of equality, sustained interaction, cooperation, and support. And through this, I looked at whether these adaptations could then be put in the scenario of Northern Ireland, and came up with a few conditions that could improve effectiveness in Crescendo. And those were sustained interaction, a common place of meeting, and more interaction between the 2 groups. So that was my research in a nutshell, and I'll be happy to talk about it more.